So we have talked about clarity, focus, and ease, having to do with you being financially successful. Once again, the definition of financial success is you doing what you said you would do with clarity, focus, ease, and grace. So now we're going to look at grace. And the question is, what do we mean when we talk about grace? Well, one way of looking at grace is that it's a quality that brings a little elegance to our lives. And let's face it, wouldn't we like a little elegance now and then in our lives? Yes? Just a little, please. You know, now, the definition of grace, one definition is an unearned blessing. Being able to see the blessings that are in our life already. Not in the future, not in the past, but living right here and right now, seeing what the blessings are. So the question might be, what gets in the way of experiencing grace? One answer is something that I call busyholism. Yes, busyholism consists of filling our lives with so much activity that we don't have the opportunity to appreciate or experience our lives. Our lives occur for us as a blur. And you see, when my life is a blur going from one activity to the next, I could come home at the end of the day saying, I've done a lot of things, but I'm so tired. And there's so many things I have to do tomorrow. So busyholism is something that many of us experience. And one of the reasons that we are busyholics, that is to say we have so much activity in our lives than we didn't have before, is that we have so many choices. I mean, if you go to a market, you and I will see 40 different kinds of mustard to buy. You know, and that puts you in a busyholic kind of a frenzy. It really does. Now, I'm going to give you some examples of busyholism from a busyholism inventory that I developed, and see if you can find yourself in there. Now, one of the things that's going to happen is your monkey mind is going to say, do not listen to this woman. Pay no attention to her. Okay? These are legitimate things. But ask yourself the question, might this be busyholism? Number one, I'm always in motion. I'm always finding something to do. You know, I rarely sit and rest because there are so many things for me to handle in life. On my days off, I make a list of everything I have to do before I can play, and I rarely get to the play part. And if I do get to the play part, I'm so tired and exhausted that one of the things I find myself doing is eating sugar, caffeine, alcohol, to kind of pep myself back into action. Or maybe I'm sitting at a baseball game or a tennis match with my grandkids or children, and instead of watching them, I'm texting. I'm on my, you know, electronic device, and I miss what's going on. Now, another one is I always need to have stimulation. I can't stand it when I don't have stimulation. Something like computer games, you know, going to casinos, going to movies. I have to do it constantly, or else I feel deprived and bored. So the question becomes, if we're busyholics, if we have one or more of these, how does that affect our relationship with money? You know, one other busyholic is, I have some goals regarding money, but I don't have time right now to accomplish them. I'm too busy. And we say to ourselves, maybe next month, maybe after the beginning of the year, then I'll have time. But right now, my life is just swamped. The question to ask yourself, so you can see how this relates to the energy of money for you, is when I lead a busy lifestyle, what am I doing with my money? If I'm leading a busy lifestyle, what does it cost me? Am I, quote, cutting corners because I don't have the time? And what is it costing me in terms of dollars and cents? If I had time, what would I be doing with myself? What would I be doing with my money that I'm currently not doing because I'm too busy to think about it? So busyholism is, it runs our lives. One way of looking at busyholism might be something that we're used to talking about. It's called multitasking. You know, multitasking meaning doing so many things at once. And one of the things that happens when we multitask is that our brain has to turn off on one thing that we're focused on, turn back on at the next thing that we're focused on, and then turn back on. And as the brain switches on and off and on and off, it loses energy. Now, what is the antidote to busyholism? Because I know as you're hearing the words busyholism, the energy in the room falls again. It's like a souffle that is refusing to rise. Do you notice this? Well, because it's just like talking about our money sludge and leaks. We can see the energy drain. We can see the lack of clarity, focus, and ease may become like a dirty word. But the antidote to busyholism is gratitude. So I'm going to give you a practice that you can use to infuse your lives with gratitude and put you in touch with grace. Every night, before you go to sleep, write 3 things for which you are grateful in a little notebook that you keep by your bed. Have at least 2 out of these 3 things being something for which you're grateful, having to do with money. And if you hear your monkey mind say, there's nothing for me to be grateful about regarding money, say to your monkey mind, thank you for sharing, and go ahead and write 3 things. At the end of 2 weeks, I promise you, if you were to read what you wrote, you will see how your life is infused with grace. You're waking up to grace. And you will see how this affects your relationship with money. You'll see how this reflects your relationship with becoming clear about what's important to you. Focus on what really has meaning because you're not too busy to take a look. You will be living a life in which you are financially successful. So this is my promise to you. If you do at least one of the things that we've talked about today, starting tonight, you will be financially successful in that moment. You see, because being financially successful is not about the future, it's about what I'm doing with money right here and right now. To be financially successful is to do what I said I would do with money, consistently, with clarity, focus, ease, and grace. Clearing away money sludge, money leaks, looking at what you're grateful for, looking at a goal that warms your heart and nurtures your spirit, and that's truly a goal that you're willing to go for, that's a reflection of a life's intention to be financially successful, if you do any one of these, starting today, you will be financially successful. Thank you.